Hello and welcome. In this video I'll be showing you how to use the radar and the weapon systems on the Grinnelli Designs F-22A Raptor Mark II mod. Before we get into the avionics, we need to set some controls up. So if we go to adjust controls, to fire off weapons, forget the weapons category, you need to go to the F-22A HOTAS. Down the bottom here is where you'll assign your weapons release buttons. Obviously weapon release set to what you would normally have. This will fire the missiles, and then you've got a first detent and second detent for the trigger. Now if you do have two detents, go ahead. First detent will open your cannon door, second detent will fire the cannon. If like me you don't have two detents, just assign straight to the second one and everything will be done automatically for you. And also you're going to want to set your pitch trim here, and not in the normal place. That's it for the weapons release controls. And as for the sensors, you'll want to bind a button for your radar, radar pulse repeat frequency, range while scan and track while scan modes. And also you're going to want to set your target lock, and if you don't have an axis for your radar cursor, this is where you'll set that up using controls on your HOTAS. Okay, so we'll get back into it. Now, as you can see, the screen in front here, this is where your radar will be situated. Press the RDR button there. Now if you set a power button on your HOTAS, flick that on and that will bring this to life. If not, if you want to do things in the cockpit, just click the power. That will change that here. Modes will change between track while scan and range while scan. This is your repetition frequency, so that you can change that as well. Also this will change your elevation and also your range here. Pretty simple. It's just your Flaming Cliffs F-15 radar just squeezed into an F-22 with a few tweaks. But yeah, that's it for the radar. And for the weapon systems, like I was saying, they are set differently. Another thing that I forgot to add just then was that you can override the weapons bays, so you can just open them up and fire off a load of AIM-120s without having to wait for the doors to open and close for each missile release. So what you can do is just open the bays like this, fire all your missiles if you've got separate targets on your track while scan, and then afterwards you can just button it up again. But another thing that you can also do is you can select different bays as well. So we've got, as you can see, we've got everything out at the moment. So but to do that, if I just quickly show you that in the adjust control section, if we go back to the HOTAS section, this will be your override. You can only open the bays when master arm is on. So weapon bay toggle, so I've got that button set to open and close, and then to select different bays I've got that assigned to another button, but you can select them singularly if you wish. So there is that as well. Right, to give you a demo of the radar and weapon systems in play, I've respawned in. I now have an Su-35S on my nose, which you can probably see just about there. He's coming in hot, so missile release will probably be imminent, so I've got to try and get a lock on him as quickly as possible. Failing that, we'll end up in a merge and maybe getting some IR shots off. If not, it'll get to go to cannon, but we'll see what happens. So we'll unpause. Okay, and we have a lock. Coming into the maximum range bracket now. So fire 1, fire 2. Yes, and we got him. Okay, so it didn't get to close enough for IR missiles, but it took me long enough to get him locked on and to get a splash. I set that level a bit too high for my skill set. I managed to dodge a missile as well, so quite happy with that. But anyway, that's yeah, that's the radar and missile system in demo. But like I say, change the elevation for say you're flying at a lower level and you're looking for bandits at a higher level, you can adjust the elevation so that the radar is looking up. So now we're looking at 60,000 feet and baseline of 47, or you can bring it so it's pitching lower. We are currently at yeah, about 9,700, so we can search for anything between 10,000 and 0 feet, and then obviously if you want to look further out, you can look at anything to a maximum of 160 nautical miles. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I'll probably go more in depth with it when I finally get around to doing the Flaming Cliffs F-15C. But yeah, there are other videos out there that do go more in depth into it, but I bet that's about as far as I'm going to go with it at the moment. But hope that's helped, and as always, take care, and I will see you in the next one.